Hello and welcome to my channel. I've just got back from a trip to Troon, to Scotland. If you follow my channel, you will already know that. Now this video is all about overcoming your fears. Fears of vlogging in public is the actual topic of this vlog. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat my words, because I was advising somebody online about vlogging in public and just saying that if you keep on walking, then people aren't going to bother you, and just keep on walking and keep on talking. So I've come to somewhere quite local to me, where there's going to be lots of people, and the place that I've chosen, I've been trying to hide it behind this little pillar here, and I've chosen to come to actually Blackpool. So I'm going to walk on the Golden Mile of Blackpool, vlogging in public, and I'll see how I go and see if I can overcome my own fears, because it is quite daunting vlogging in public. So here we go. I'm going to have a walk around on the Golden Mile, up and down a few of the piers, and we'll see how it goes vlogging in public. So wish me luck. So let's see what it's like going down the North Pier vlogging and see what we see. And I don't think really anyone's actually that bothered. I don't think anyone really cares what I'm doing. Like I say, excellent weather. I am actually just rambling on. Normally I wouldn't talk for this long because it'd be actually boring. But just for the experiment's sake, I'm just going to keep on talking as I walk down this pier. I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to put on the vlog, but unless I keep walking and talking, I can't prove what I'm saying is right. So that's exactly what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep walking and talking. I don't think anybody really cares. People are too interested in their own day on a lovely sunny day like today. So I'm continuing my vlogging experiment, vlogging in public and overcoming my fears. Now, it's not too busy on the North Shore, but there's enough people about, and definitely were looking at me as though I'm a little bit weird. I think one of the things is just to focus on what you're doing, and let's face it, you're not going to see these people ever again, so who cares? And I've seen online that a lot of these vloggers, they're down site younger than me as well. They are often on like skateboards and electronic bikes or bicycles, flying all over the place. So nobody's actually going to approach them at all because they're on a skateboard or a bike. But you know, I'm representing the senior side of vlogging, so there's no chance of me getting on a skateboard or anything like that. There's more chance of me actually vlogging from my mobility scooter than on a skateboard. But when we go down there, further down, getting nearer the pleasure beach, I think then it's going to get a little bit busier, and then that'll be a really good test. So I'll see you down at the next pier. And you couldn't get a more public area than Blackpool. I'm right at the bottom of Blackpool Tower. So I'm just walking on the Golden Mile. Golden Mile's actually been done up and it looks a lot better than it used to do. I've been coming to Blackpool for years, since I was a little child, and it actually doesn't look too bad now, Blackpool, just on the front. I'm sure behind them buildings it's still just as scruffy as ever. When I'm doing my travel videos, I think it'll look a lot better if I'm actually vlogging in the busier areas of wherever I might be. I think they're more interested in the fish and chips and the donuts than they are as to what I'm doing, and I'm getting more and more to believe that no one actually cares. So this is really getting me over my fears, so this is working for me. So I suggest that you try it as well. You could actually try this, and I'd like to see your public vlogging videos, so give me a link to yours and I'll have a look at you vlogging in the most busiest areas. So you can see behind me the next pier. I'm going to guess that it's the South Pier. I don't know, it might be Central Pier. That looks a lot busier, so I'm heading towards that now, and this should be interesting because it's a lot busier. So this is public vlogging on the Central Pier in Blackpool, so we'll see how we go. This is definitely a good experience, and it's definitely toughening me up and getting me used to the actual idea that actually nobody cares. So I think I have actually nearly reached the end of the Central Pier, and I haven't actually ever held my arm out for this length of time, so I'm really glad that I've created this little setup with the GoPro Hero 6, which I keep banging on about, and the Rode Video Pro Plus. Excellent microphone. And if I was doing it on my professional camera, there's no way I would be able to hold my arm out for this length of time and walk along. So this is a great setup. When your arm starts to shake because it's getting tired, then at least the stabilization takes over. I've got all the way over there to go yet, which is towards the pleasure beach. So, but I couldn't have picked a better day. We got about 30 degrees here. And I don't even think I've put any suntan cream on, so I think I'm going to actually be burnt by the end of the day. So I'm actually burning in the sun to bring you this experiment on public vlogging. A guy was saying that it's a good idea that if people approach you when you're vlogging in public, if people approach you, then maybe you should have some like business cards or something like that to give them, and then that would direct them to your actual channel, which I thought was actually a really good idea. It's still quite busy. Still very busy. Sorry for sticking my head in the lens there, but yeah, very busy on Central Pier. So that's the busiest that it's been so far. Are you vlogging? So. I would prefer a custom URL for my channel, and as you can see, I don't have enough subscribers you need 100 subscribers before you can get a custom URL. Now if you've got any friends that are interested in this kind of thing, definitely get them to subscribe, just have a look at my channel, and because I am representing, as I keep saying, I am representing the senior vloggers, and get them to subscribe to my channel, bump it up just a few more, get it up to 100 subscribers, then I can get my custom URL, and then I will get the little cards made up. Get family and friends, just have a look at my channel, give me a like, and subscribe. Get me up to 100, and then I can get my custom URL and my cards done for when I'm out public vlogging. And I want to see your public vlogs. That's what I want to see. I want to see your vlogging in public. This has been a really good experience so far. I've got about an hour left on my car. I'm not deliberately rhyming, but that works for me. Yeah, about an hour left on my car, so I'm heading towards the pleasure beach now. I think there is another pier on there, which will be South Pier, I would imagine. So I'm outside the Manchester Sports Bar, famous bar in Blackpool, and I've had many a good night in there when I was a young man. But them days are over, so I'm not going in there. I'm going to go walk on and have an ice cream. And now I'm experiencing a new emotion. And that is, I've realised that when it's really busy, it's not that difficult, because you just know it's too busy for anyone to be bothered. And when it's absolutely quiet and there's no one around, like when you've seen me up on the hills and there's actually nobody around, then it's also really easy. But when there's just a few people around, just a medium amount of people, I think that's when it's most difficult. I feel more self-conscious like this. There are people around, but not many, and the people that are around are more likely to be looking and wondering what I'm doing. Whereas when it's really busy, no one cares. I just realised that on the Central Pier, no one cares. It's just far too busy, and they look and they just move. You've moved on by then. But when it's like this, definitely everyone that's walking past, because you look so stupid holding a camera out and talking to it, so you do get a little bit self-conscious. But the more and more you do it, you get used to the fact that actually nobody really cares at all. I have reached the South Pier, which is the final pier on my little experiment of public vlogging, and I might have a little look on the pleasure beach in a minute, but we're going to go and have a look. We're going to go and have a look on the South Pier, which is the last pier. So I don't know how busy it's going to be on here, but let's see. it just about completes my experiment of public vlogging, which is more of an experiment for myself really, just to harden myself up on vlogging in public, and it's been quite an experience. Enjoyable. I've learnt a lot, and I definitely recommend that you do the same too, so I'd like to see what you can do. The South Pier is definitely not as busy as the Central Pier. In fact, it's quite dead. I'm sure you can still hear me over that music because this microphone is absolutely brilliant. And this is one of them kind of awkward situations where there's not a right lot going on except for this fella walking along with a camera held at arm's length, and that'll be me. It's all happening on the Central Pier. I think people maybe work their way down and it'll get busy later on. I'm at the water park really close to the Pleasure Beach entrance, and I'm hoping to get in there for free and have a walk around because I'm not going to go on any rides, and then that about concludes my experiment in public vlogging. I'm just walking into the Pleasure Beach now, and it does look like indeed you can just walk in and you don't really have to pay to just walk around, so yeah, it's pretty quiet. It was a shame about the Pleasure Beach, shame they wouldn't let me in there. They actually said that it was £6 to get in, just to have a look around, not going on any rides. And I said to them, would it be okay if I recorded in there, just vlogging? And they said, oh, we're not sure. And the guy, luckily the guy said, well, I'll just ask. So he asked his supervisor, and they came back to me and they said, no, we'd rather you wouldn't, but you can always arrange with the Pleasure Beach, you know, by email or phone them up and kind of arrange to come out there, and then it would be okay. So I didn't fancy paying £6 to just walk into Pleasure Beach and then one of the security staff come over to me and tell me that I couldn't record. I'm back to where I started, right back underneath Blackpool Tower. So I hope you've enjoyed this video about public vlogging, and I think the battery is actually just about to die. It might be turning off. I don't know whether you can see the tower behind me, but I hope you've enjoyed this video all about public vlogging, and I've definitely got a little bit better at it because of my experiences today. So I hope to see some of your videos on public vlogging and how you're going on. Give me some tips on what you do to get over your fears of public vlogging. And if you like the video, give me a like, and remember, consider subscribing. Until the next one, bye.